Okay, so I'm gonna feed my starter. So I'm making 2 loaves tonight. So I'm going to do 100 grams of starter. And then 100 grams. I'm gonna do 100 grams of water. Put a little bit too much in, so put a little bit too much in, so I will just take it out.
As an experienced pilot, Theo Chesley cannot explain the 2 events he experienced.
Perfect. And then I'm going to put 100 grams of flour.
I'm one of those kind of guys that have to see something that's extraordinary to believe it.
And then I just mix that up. And I'm working later today, doing it later today. Slept in, so I'm gonna probably start making my loaves around 4. And that should be enough to make 2 loaves at 100, 100, 100, 100. And then whatever's left, I still have my starter. Okay, I'm gonna stir that up. Okay, and this is late, making a loaf, but I'm doing it. Ended up in the hot tub, late dinner. Anyways, okay, got my scale, got my tin bowl. I make it 0. This is my starter from sitting all day. See how it's risen? Ooh, look at that, beautiful. Okay, I need 100 grams of starter. Look how beautiful it is. Okay, measure 100 grams. Oop, I went over about 35, so I gotta grab some out. Still about 25. A little bit more out. Got to get to 100. So if I push that down, I'm at 110. I want 100. I'm at 102, which is fine. So I got my starter. Now I'm going to put in my salt. I just have my Himalayan salt. It's 10 grams, which is a tablespoon and a half. Okay. Put my salt in. Then I'm going to reset this, and I'm going to put my water, which is 350 grams. Put my water in. It's going to be 350.
Oh, yeah.
352, which I put 2 over. I need a spoon, please, babe. Thanks. So then you want 350 of water, which I got. And then I'm going to take this off the scale. And I'm going to mix in my starter. That's my husband. Mix in my starter with my water and my salt. There's fancy tools for this, which I have one, but I haven't used it yet. I just use spatula. And then, I don't know if you can see. That's what it looks like. Now I'm going to add my flour. See if I can put that back up. There we go. So I've stirred it enough. I'm going to put it back on here. I'll just leave my spoon in there, but set it to 0. Then we want 500 grams of flour. So I'm going to put the 500 grams of flour in. And then once it's in, I'll show you what it looks like. And I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to stir it all up and I'll show you what it looks like. Everybody thinks, oh, I got to add more flour. It's sticky. It's supposed to be sticky. It's supposed to be wet. I'll show you what I mean, okay? So then I've got 500 grams. Okay, I'm going to push that aside. I'll show you what it looks like. You see it? See, it's all like that. And I'm going to stir it up and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I'm going to... Okay, this is what it looks like once it's all folded in. See how it looks kind of... There's 2 loaves there. I always warm up my oven, like just a little bit, just so it's warm. I'm going to put them in there with a cookie sheet and I put a tin pizza over it. And put it in there. Now I'm going to put them on for 30, so my oven is off, but we cooked dinner so it's warm. And then I'm just going to put my timer on for 30 minutes. And that was my first fold, is actually making it. And my second fold will be next. Now see, I made my starters left over, and now I'll just leave it because I already fed it today. I'm going to put the lid on. And if I don't want to bake anymore, like tomorrow or the next day, I'll just put it in the fridge. Okay, the timer went off. And then you pull out it, and it looks like that. And they say fold, so you pull up.
She said you pull out it.
Fold. And it's gonna be sticky. That's okay, you just keep folding it over. And you fold it up and over, up and over. They say to do it like 4 times. I do it maybe about 6. Up and over, up and over, up and over. And then that's it. That is your fold, and we're gonna put it back in. Okay, so it's a 3rd time. I'm gonna take it out and do the same thing as the 2nd time, and then put it in for another 30 minutes. See, it's starting to look like more like dough. You pull it out. Okay, so my timer's gone off. So these are ready to put into my baskets. So you need to get rice flour. Of course, I didn't open this. One sec. And you take the rice flour and you put some around here. Rice, you have to use rice flour, not regular flour, because the rice flour actually absorbs some moisture in the fridge overnight. Okay, so I put a little bit. I'm using a round one, and I'm doing an oval one. That's all done. All right. So that is that. I put a very little bit of flour. I'm gonna pull those out. I'm gonna put them there. Then I'll show you another video. Okay, I'm hoping this will work. Excuse me, I'm in my jammies. So I'm gonna pull this out of my bowl. And I just put a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick to my cupboard counter. Okay. And this one's gonna go in my long one. So I'm gonna pull it over, pull over this end. See how it's doughy now? It's so sticky. Pull it over this end, sorry. I have one of these. And I'm gonna pull it over this end. And now it's getting sticky, right? I'm gonna roll it a bit with a little bit of flour. I'm gonna pull it one more time. I'm gonna pull this end over. I dropped the basket, never ever done that before, I think because I'm trying to videotape in that. So that is ready. Now give me 1, Second. That's why I can never do lives. All right, I got the basket. Now I'm gonna pull this up, put it in my basket. And make sure it's all kind of closed off. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm done here. And I'm gonna put a little bit of rice flour over it. Just a very little bit. I'll show you what it looks like. Pull the sides so it doesn't stick to my basket. I'll show you what it looks like. It just stops some moisture. Okay, so I just took this out of the fridge. You can see there's lots of moisture. There's a little bit of moisture there, so I'm gonna put some more of the rice flour on top of before I flip it on my parchment paper. And then I've got my, I've got an oval Dutch oven, but I've got a round one already in there, warming up in my oven at 450. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of put a little bit of rice flour on here and just do it along. And then, oh, I can't do that, sorry. Okay, so now I got it in here and I'll flip it on my parchment paper. And there's lots of rice flour on there, so I just take rub this all off so I don't have big chunks. There we go. And then I'm gonna just do a design on it and cut it. And then I'm gonna lift up my parchment paper and put it in my Dutch oven and put it in the oven. So it's cut and ready to go in. Gonna put the lid on it for 30 minutes. Okay, it's gonna go off. It's cooked 30 minutes at 450, covered with the lid on. And now it's gonna ding, and I'm gonna put it down to 410 and cook it for 10 minutes uncovered. So 410, I'm gonna put the timer on and I'll uncover it. And you uncover it. See, it's just about there. And it's uncovered for 10 minutes at 410. Okay, it's done. Let's take it out. Oh, always forget about my ashes. And you want to take it out of your Dutch oven right away because it sweats. And there's my loaf. A lot of people take the temperature of it and that I don't. There you go. Voila.